Hello, I'm Linda Austin. Thank you for joining us for the Essence Message for April 15th, 2012. I am the light. The light is surrounding me. The light is transforming me. The light is protecting me. Divine love is flowing around and through me, solving and dissolving all situations for the good of all. A higher power is in charge of my life, and only good can come through me. My mind is open, my heart is receptive, and miracles are happening right now. I consciously choose to raise my vibration to a place of truth and light. Yes, well, we have come to you today to speak about something that many of you have been neglecting, we would say. There has been such turmoil, such confusion, such chaos, such drama. Anytime you listen to any of your news reporters or pick up your newspapers, there is such an opportunity to be caught up in what can only be called the information frenzy, that we would like to bring you back today to the very basis of what is going on in your lives. And that is, you are living your lives. You are creating your lives. And you have the option to create in your life whatever it is you want to see there. And we would suggest that too many of you are getting caught up in the fear, the frenzy, and the work of feeling that something must be done and something must be changed, and you're not quite sure what it needs to be. First of all, for many of you, you are getting the feeling that the old dreams, the dreams you have carried within you for so long, may not be all that there is. There may be more. Some of you are beginning to see that your dreams have been more your compromises. And so we offer you the opportunity to stop and look at your lives and say, where is the joy? For over 25 years, the channel has been saying, follow joy. Why did she say that? Because we told her that that is what this life is about. It's about finding and following your joy. Because you are here to be creators of love. And when you are creating from a place of love, your life is joyful. So if you are not in a joyful place in your life, ask yourself, where am I not loving myself? Too many of you are feeling the pressure to make things better, to make a change, to be responsible, to be perfect. And perfection is never what has been asked of you. No one has asked you to be perfect, except those in your life who do not love you as we do. The universe would never ask you to be perfect. It is your imperfection that is your most endearing quality. Why is that? Because as long as you are imperfect, you are always striving. You are always trying. You are always looking for places to love, to bring love to a place that it was not there before. It is your imperfections that keeps you curious. It is your imperfections that inspire you. You know, those of you who think of yourselves as being the worst possible human beings are very often some of the best. You're all aware that some who go around telling you how wonderful they are aren't that high on the list. What we want you to hear is no one is judging you. You know, you all have your belief, or you have been told, or you have accepted at one time or another that when your life was over you would be judged. All of the religions at some time or another have included a certain type of judgment as part of their belief. And yet we say to you, that is the greatest disservice that you have done to yourselves, because you believe that you deserve to be judged. No one deserves to be judged. You deserve to be loved. And you deserve to love yourself. We are not talking about narcissistic egoism. We are talking about deep and abiding, unconditional love. Many of you are shortchanging yourselves. This is a confusing time. This is a time when many of you are stopping and saying, oh, I don't know which road to take. I don't know where my joy is. I don't know where I should be putting my energy. Well, it's a confusing time. The energy is totally frenetic. Some of you are beginning to get the hang of it. Some of you are beginning to sit back and enjoy the ride. But many of you are still beating yourselves up and saying, I should have this figured out by now. No. And when you do figure it out, there'll be something else. Give yourself permission to be confused. Give yourself permission to be misunderstood by yourself. You are not expected to get it perfect. You are not expected to know it all. You are not expected to love every single moment of your life. You are expected to try. Perhaps it is best to say you are expected to want to be love every moment of your life. But the very fact that you are human precludes that from happening. Because each time you do something that is not loving, and you recognize it, that's the learning. That's where the learning happens. That's where you are recognizing it is not enough to simply be human. Human nature is what human nature is, and what you're saying is, it's not enough to just be human. I need to also remember that I am more than human. I am spirit. I am divine. I am one with the whole. I am one with what is known as God. And so it is impossible for you to be less than perfect in your imperfection. It is impossible for you to not be loved, even at your most unlovable. The channel once said to her grandson, I will love you forever, no matter what you do. I may not love what you do, but I will always love you, because loving you is not negotiable. We tell each and every one of you now that loving you is not negotiable. You will be loved because you are from love, of love. And you are meant to be love as often as is possible in the imperfect human being that you are. Are you going to have problems? Are you going to be confused? Are you going to stumble? Absolutely. But loving you is not negotiable. You will be loved, always. And that is why we say to you, allow yourself to open yourself up to finding the joy in your life that is going to move you through this difficult time. This is not a time to be endured. It is a time to be celebrated. Everything is topsy-turvy. The world is upside down. And isn't that wonderful? Because what that means is everything is being changed. Celebrate that. Find the joy in your life. Give yourself permission to be the human being that you are. And love yourself from the place of the spiritual being that you are. And love the journey. It makes no sense to you now, but each step is moving you toward joy, towards love, towards the complete integration of the humanity and the spiritual being, which is what the purpose of all of this turmoil and upheaval is. That's the new beginning. That's the true meaning of, your 2012 prophecy. Life as the human being separate from the spiritual being is no longer possible. 2012 is where everything converges and comes together. This is where you begin to live as a whole being, human and spiritual, body, mind, and spirit, connected with the one, connected with the whole, and connected with yourself. That is something to celebrate. Give yourself a break from all of your judgments and all of your trying to figure it out. Take a holiday and go out and find the joy, because that will lead you into the understanding much quicker than anything else you can do. Yes, we will close.